Hey all, and welcome back to the second HFC Sonic-a-thon, specifically the incentive block. Continuing the handheld version day, we have the DS version of Sonic Colors. This is going to be interesting. If you're familiar with Sonic Rush, you should be pretty good here. At home, one could say. Take it away, Spur.
Yeah, I don't particularly like this version compared to the version on the Wii or Ultimate. It is very Dimps. It is going to be Dimps, and it's going to be that way. But, you know, there's some cool things in here. I do kind of like the new Wisps. The stages are pretty cool, the adaptations. Some of them go a little bit too long, but that feels like a pretty Dimps staple kind of thing as well. We also get super chunky, compressed videos for our opening here. I'm showing this because it does show off the new Wisps that are in this game, which I think are Burst and Void. I think are the new ones specifically for this one. I think that's Burst right there. That's not Rocket, by the way. Here's the Void. Void is actually really cool, and I kind of wish it had been included in Colors Ultimate.
Well, I definitely prefer it over Frenzy.
I think Frenzy is fine. I think Void just being a literal black hole is just so much cooler than, you know, just going mad and, you know, jumping all over everything.
It's very warm in the UK today. I don't know what it's like in America and so on.
Rain. It is currently rain.
God, I wish that was me.
Yep, we have rain here today. I'm just going to move on past this rather than letting that play out so we can go ahead and get started. So this is going to attempt to be an all emeralds run. If I don't end up managing that, then I do have a save state set for the secret boss that you get from grabbing all 7 of the Chaos Emeralds. So if it ends up being that I don't manage to get the special stages and whatnot, then we could just move right along. I would like to show them off, though, because I do like the special stages in this game. Generations 3DS is going to be after this Zodocto. Because this is just how the schedule was done. While we're sitting here through opening cutscene, Tom, would you like to tell the people about who we are and why we're here?
Okay, well, I'm Tom, that's Spar, and we're live streaming right now.
Yeah, we are.
But to be serious for a moment, we are the second HFC Sonic-a-thon, and we're raising money for Child's Play, which is an organisation that provides kids staying long-term in hospital with toys and games to help make their stays more comfortable. We've met all our goals, all the bid wars have been smashed and so on, and we met our grand goal of $5,000 for the charity. We're currently sitting at $5,500 actually, but donations are staying open until the end of the incentive block on July 11th, so if you have any cash spare lying around and you want to give it to a good cause, hey, there's few better out there right now, especially gaming related, than Child's Play. So you can use the donate button below the stream window, or you can use this button, which I'm posting in chat, which is much more useful for mobile.
Yep. And we have Tropical Resort here, which is probably one of my favorite stages in either version of this game. It's just really fun. Again, I'm not particularly a fan of this game compared to the other versions. I think the dual screen mechanic is questionable. I didn't particularly like it in what little I played of Rush either, but you know what? It's still fairly enjoyable. It's still kind of Sonic Colors. Just taking the path that I know here as best as I can.
This is not going to be the last time you see Tropical Resort today, by the way, because it will also show up in Generations 3DS.
That's right, it does, yeah. What do you think about that version compared to this one and compared to, like, you know, regular Colors?
I've never really compared the three, because they're just too different.
Fair enough, yeah. Because this game is basically entirely 2D, there are some 3D sections that are extremely limited, as we'll see at the end of this particular act. Yeah, it's just not really that much of a comparison to really look between them. This is about the extent of the 3D that you'll get, and even then, this is kind of still on a 2D plane, because I can only move left and right. In fact, I guess this would really be a one-dimensional movement. I guess we're moving forward, but I can't really control that.
Yeah. Does this game actually have the stunt system that was in the other Rush games?
No, it does not. On the other hand, it does have the fact that you earn boost with the Wisps. Unfortunately, the Wisps are not unlocked for Act 1.
Okay.
So that's why I was not using it there.
Oh, Lost World 3DS has come and gone, my friend.
Yes. I will not be doing the special stages on Act 1, as those are only for extra lives, which I will not need.
You fucking dotty grab line piece of shit system.
Orbot and Cubot in this game. There's a lot of characters in this game, actually, way more than, like, the regular version of Colors, because of all the side missions that actually include, like, Silver and Knuckles and Blaze, and there's so many characters to do the side missions, and we're not going to see any of those today.
Oh, what a shame!
Yep, I am not doing any of those, because I've never done them. And I just don't really find them that interesting. I'd rather just go through the game normally and just play it until it's done.
That's fair. How many acts per world are there in this version?
2 acts and a boss.
Wow.
Okay, that works for me.
I think the only one that's not like that might be Terminal Velocity.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's 1 act, and then it jumps directly into the boss from there, so it's not even a separate thing.
Sonic looks so weird on that opening thing.
He does. I do have something on this emulator that is like basically making the models a little better, like a not a filter, but just higher resolution. So that's why things do look a little bit different than people might have seen otherwise.
Oh, I see. It's not blurry as fuck.
Yeah, there's that. I originally kind of wanted to try playing this on my homebrewed Wii U so that I could have the proper touchscreen controls and whatnot, but I'm going to be honest, I would have had to hold the D-pad vertical in order to play it because of the way it tries to play DS games on that control system, and that just kind of was not going to work out.
Fucking grody.
Honestly, this works fine. I'm using probably a different thing than anyone else in the marathon used, because this one is just for DS games. It is... we've mentioned emulator names in the rest of the marathon, so I guess it's fine. I won't mention this one specifically, but it uses the same core that BizHawk uses. So it's basically the same thing without all the funny, like the cool things that BizHawk itself has for recording and such like that.
There you go. Unfortunately, Spar is too late to have screen share out for me, so if I seem a bit behind, well, it's reflecting reality.
Yeah, so... Oh, I might actually not get the... Nope, we're not going to get the special stage on Tropical Resort. So I have already failed that. Go me.
Fucking spectacular, Spar.
Great. I'll show off at least one of them at some point, I'm sure. I really thought this is the one that I absolutely would get no matter what. Sonic decided to do an air dash instead of a homing attack, and so I got bopped.
It's okay, we only really need to show one of them off anyway.
Yes, and there's one that you can always do by going into the multiplayer mode of the game, because that's where the 7th Emerald is. It's not actually from the Terminal Velocity area. Yeah, apologies if my commentary is a bit all over the place. It's been a hectic day for me.
That's fair, mate. I think you're doing a bang-up job so far, apart from that bit where you failed to get into the special stage.
Well, yeah. Hopefully I should at least do fine on the bosses, because I did do a little bit of practice on those.
They're the Sonic Colors bosses, mate. They may be a little bit different here, but they're still Sonic Colors bosses.
Not really. They're kind of like rush bosses more than anything else.
Oh shit, I forgot about this.
Oop, didn't get that hit in. Oh well. Yeah, so the point of basically any boss in this game is just hit it a couple times so that you earn whatever Wisp is part of this stage. And then that's what knocks it down, basically. Even though I, didn't do it properly there, I was able to boost in for the final hit, so it works out. And 69 on the timer.
Ball in.
We got an S rank? We did indeed get an S rank. Yeah, so this is why I don't need the special stages that give lives, because you get lives just for completing the regular stages and getting the ranks from those. I think on a normal playthrough of my practice run that I did for this, I ended up with like 80-something lives.
Okay.
They don't have most of the translator jokes that they had from the Wii version of Colors. A lot of the script is cut down, I guess, to make it fit into the runtime of a handheld game.
For sure.
And of course, we saw this entire story a couple days ago, so I am skipping through most of the text fairly fast, especially since there's no voiceover for any of this. There's a few ums and ahs, a few vocalizations here and there, but that's about it.
Sure.
Moving on to Sweet Mountain, and the first thing we have to do is grab the new Wisp for this area, which is the Burst Wisp.
This one's pretty cool.
Yep. So you actually have to tap the touchscreen where it's going to be, and some of those are way harder than others. Nope, I don't need tutorials. I've never actually sat through the tutorials in any of this game, I'm pretty sure.
Not even on your first go?
I'm pretty sure I didn't. Maybe for some of the Wisps, but I don't even remember those, to be honest. Yeah, okay. This is this level. I was thinking of Act 2. So this is the Burst Wisp, where you basically hit the Wisp button to charge up an explosion, which will send you up, and for whatever reason, it will also always go at an angle, a 45-degree angle to either the right or the left, which is actually super annoying, and I don't like it.
I can imagine.
This is, I was actually planning, Jesus Christ, I let go of boost. I was actually planning to record this game for the non-com channel while I was doing my practice for this, and I'm going to be honest, this stage is what basically said, yeah, no, I don't actually want to play this game that much in order to record it, because I don't like this one. It just goes on a little bit too long for me, I'm going to be honest.
Fair enough, mate.
There's plenty of other stuff that I've got planned for recording, not to mention LPs and stuff. Oh, I did have a Burst Wisp. Interesting. I don't remember grabbing one, but I guess I had it. That worked out better than I expected it to.
Hey.
I want to go up there. Yep, there we are. It put me out of the Burst Wisp right into an enemy. That was just really unfair.
Well, you should have timed it better.
I had nothing to do with that timing.
No, you should have timed it better.
Alright. Okay, good enough.
I do remember from my playthroughs of this game that Sweet Mountain is definitely where the Dimps thing starts to happen.
Okay, that one was my fault. I'm not even gonna like blame the game for stomping directly into the spikes. What if you wanted to go to heaven, but God said you should have timed it better?
Get ready for the final fight.
So there are a few things in Sweet Mountain specifically that kind of don't work well with a lot of emulators that I have tried to use. Trying to think and play at the same time. The gelatin, or jello, or whatever you want to call it, just kind of doesn't work on some display modules that I've seen used, and so this is like one of the reasons I wanted to try this emulator specifically, because it does work on this one. I did not mean to use burst right away, but I guess that's fine. We're going to go up. I don't think I've ever been this way.
That's so cute. You had a little balloon ride, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's the gelatin, and also there's a thing at the end of the level where a robot kind of grabs Sonic and throws him on a path, and you have to like pick a specific path to go down, left, right, or middle. And part of that is just not shown in some emulators, so you have no idea where to go. I have no idea what direction I was supposed to be holding there. Sometimes when you go upside down, the game expects you to still be holding the way you were running before.
This gelatin just reminds me of Croc 2, honestly, where you can buy different gelatins to unlock stuff in the levels. Not very intuitive, honestly.
Oh, alright. I can't say I've ever played any of the Croc games.
You're not missing much.
Fair.
Just saying, just put it out there.
Not sure why some of my inputs are not going through, but, you know, getting by anyway. I guess I didn't have enough left to get up to the top of that, but that's fine.
Aww.
Whoops. Alright, I guess I hit a bomb, which took me into another bomb.
Spar's just having a fun day.
I mean, I am having fun playing this. I probably won't be when I get to, like, Asteroid Coaster, but, like, that's Asteroid Coaster.
It's meant to be difficult, it's the last level.
Yeah. That one's difficult more because it's Dimps than anything else, I would say.
Diddly Dimps.
There are several, hope you're going fast enough or you die kind of things in Asteroid Coaster, and I'm not a fan of that. This is where I wish I could go up in a straight line rather than having to go to the left or right. I don't know what's causing that specifically.
I think that's just how it works.
It sure is giving me some trouble, though. Aw, come on, game.
You were meant to ride in the little basket thing.
Well, I was trying to get into the little basket thing. There we are. It is very tough when I can't fucking see what I'm doing.
Oh, bless his little heart.
I think my least favorite thing about this game is the screen gap that the DS version has. It's that robot there that just kind of doesn't display correctly in some parts, so Sonic just kind of gets grabbed by nothing and thrown in the air.
Whoa, what the fuck is going on?
I was just short of being able to hit that. That's fine. We actually got a special stage, though, so I get to show one off. Yay!
Yay! Fucking love this music. And the stage itself is actually pretty good.
Oh yeah, they're actually really nice. Yeah, that probably deserves a C rank.
C for cookie.
Alright. Yeah, the Colors DS special stages are really nice, both in gameplay and music. Really like them. They do get a little bit tough at the end, but we're probably not going to end up seeing those because I screwed up already.
Indeed.
So it starts off by just having to pick up the red orbs, and as you keep going, you have to pick up blue for the second run, and then yellow for the third round, and it just keeps getting faster as you go, and I think they increase the speed for each special stage individually, so that it just keeps getting faster as you go through the game.
Right.
Not to mention, like, the orb placement gets tougher in the later ones as well, so that you can't, like, just kind of casually stroll along like I'm doing now. And at the end of each round, you get that little orb that flies towards you, and if you pick it up, it causes a party of whichever color orbs you need to run around, and sometimes it'll be, like, off the side of one of the half pipes, so you gotta grab it in the air, or it'll curve at some point, and you gotta try to grab it in the middle of the curve. So some of those can get pretty tough.
Now it's time for blue.
It is. This is the only blue spheres in the game.
But it's kind of a mix of Sonic 2 special stages on the Mega Drive and blue spheres.
Yeah, I guess it is, because you need the specific colors. I'm just vibing to the music right now.
Sure, why not? Bonus orb!
It is very easy to get way more than you need, especially on the first special stage. I needed 65 for that, and I'm gonna get, let's see, 105. I was 40 ahead.
Very cool.
Because they're different colors, they don't carry over, though. Yeah, the third loop is my favorite part of the song, because it just gets faster and faster with each one. And grab these. Grab that one for +5, even though I don't need it at all. The multicolor ones are, as you would probably expect, work for any color, so you gotta know, like, which one's gonna be the hardest, and which one you want to grab those on. That's why I saved the multicolor 5 for the third run, even though I really didn't need it, and I knew I wouldn't need it. I figured it was best to save it for that anyway. We didn't get the first emerald, so I guess that gave us the second one, even though it was special stage 1. That's a little strange. I don't know how I feel about that.
Alright, Dimps. You do it your way.
Yep. Like I said, if I run into any more of the special stages, I guess I'll show them off because they are cool, but I might just skip past them because I know I'm not going to get all 7 emeralds anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep, so you need to boost into him, grab the Burst Wisp, and that lets you do a lot of damage to him. You can try to hit him in the air with the Burst Wisp too, but it's just so unwieldy that I end up, like, not really being able to control myself at all. See if I can get a cheeky extra hit. Nope, doesn't look like it. Alright. There we are. That's what I wanted to do. There we are. That's a good run of the boss. Yeah, I'll be showing off the secret boss, Docto. I have a save state prepared just in case of emergencies of not being able to do the game correctly, which is what happened, so it's a good thing I have that set up.
Alright, next world. Which one's that again?
Starlight Carnival, which is probably one of my favorites from the Wii version, and okay in this one.
Rocket!
Hey, I got it on the first one. Nice. Very understandable. Rocket is kind of fast. I do like that all the wisps that you've obtained up to this point just kind of float around on the bottom screen. I don't know if you can interact with them by touching. No, it doesn't look like it.
Okay.
Well, the entire game is kind of a theme park level because this is still the theme park from Colors. It's just this particular one is the really colorful one, I suppose.
Yeah. Like, is this actually one of the Wisp's planets, or is it just an area in between the planets?
I don't actually know. There are wisps here, but I don't think it's ever really clear if that's like... Just let me tap these buttons real quick for what I need to do. I don't think it's ever made clear if, like, Eggman put the wisps there, or if they're native to the area where the Starlight Carnival is at. Those come on so fast, those little sliding sections, and I never get them right.
Well, in Generations 3DS, it's down and B instead of just B.
But in this one, it's actually the R button, which is just kind of a little strange. Hope you guys enjoyed that beeping noise. If you go through certain sections, a blue path will open up, and it just has a loud beeping noise over every other sound in the game until the path disappears, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's fun.
Alas.
Just gotta keep tapping those buttons. I'm actually pressing... Well, I'm using my PlayStation controller, so I'm pressing X and circle for that, but basically A and B is what I'm pressing rapidly, because both of them count for that.
Fair enough.
Cool thing with Rocket is sometimes you get those little paths that sort of turn your the way you're going. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
Would have been neat if we saw some of those in like the other versions. It's kind of a neat thing. Not gonna die?
Oh.
Yep, I hit Rocket at the wrong time.
Oh, Spa!
I think my checkpoint isn't too far off. We've just got to go through this little thingy here. I would think that like some of the other planets that Eggman like took over were at least planets that the Wisps were home to. It's just that Planet Wisp is kind of the home planet for them. Considering they've definitely shown up in other places in like other games, I can't think that Planet Wisp is the only place that Wisps appear.
Yeah, well, they live on Earth now, so...
Yeah. There we go, I hit the thing correctly.
You're a genius, Spa.
I like to think so.
We like to think so, too.
Nice, and there's an enemy that's going to come try to hit me here in a second, so I'm going to try to avoid that. There he is. If you're not jumping in ball form when he comes near you, then he will, you know, just kind of smack you and you'll lose a bunch of rings. Like that.
Damn you, Batatron. Not sure that's your name, but don't really matter.
I guess the blue path disappeared? That's why I fell? Whatever.
Bit meatier than the stages before.
Yeah, D rank. I died, so yeah, makes sense. Not used to seeing D ranks because anytime I've tried to play this game before, I usually just restart if I die.
Yep. Alas, this is live, so...
Yep, it sure is indeed. Now this is probably one of my least favorite acts in the whole game, just in terms of what it needs you to do, because there's a lot of really slow sections in this one, and slow sections are no good. I guess the nice thing is that at the start you can just kind of boost through a whole bunch of stuff there. That's not what I wanted. I like these cool little things, the whatever it is that's the statue that fires the arrow with Sonic on it. It's kind of cool.
Well, it seems like a centaur to me.
Alright. At least I landed before the spikes and then ran into the enemy anyway.
Good.
And then jumped into the spikes anyway. Great. This is awesome.
Oh. Do I even need to say it?
Nope. I think we're good.
Okay. Good, good, good.
Yeah, there's no warning on when those sliding sections are coming, so I am going to miss most of them.
It's fine. It only just looks ugly. It's not like it kills you.
There are some that kill you.
Well, I guess there's some that kill you.
Yeah, there's some in Asteroid Coaster where they won't kill you instantly, but they will. There are like falling rocks that can hit you. So if you don't slide like at the right time, you can get hit by the rocks. Sorry, I wasn't holding a direction because the game was just kind of playing for me.
I mean, it's to be expected with the Rush games.
Yeah. There is an OST CD of the... Oh, not the DS music, though. Pretty understandable, because it's just kind of compressed versions of the regular songs for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
The only one that's different is the special stage.
I mean, it's on YouTube if you want to go listen to it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm listening to you right now.
I did not want to do that at all. Good. I was not expecting that enemy to come in from off screen like that. Yeah, this is the really slow section that I was talking about before. The fountain that pops up from the whale, or I guess it's the spout, can kind of screw you over, because you basically lose all control if you're stuck in the water spout. Which I guess is to be expected, because you're stuck on the water rather than normal control in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny bit of lag there. Unfortunately, nothing I can do about it.
He was pressing buttons. Nothing he could do.
Another one of those bats is about to come in and try to hit me, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there he is. Got him.
What an asshole. Just go away, leave me alone.
They come in so fast from off screen. I think we're right at the end of this section, but I'm not brave enough to jump yet. Okay, there we go. Alright, I have enough rings. I almost said coins. I have enough rings for the special stage, but I'm just gonna not do it. We've seen one. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's keep it rolling.
This boss is probably the most similar to the Wii version, if I had to say, both in design and how you actually fight it. It's just kind of the 2D section of the Starlight Carnival boss, basically. Alright, the scene where Tails gets controlled, except there's like hardly any context because it's basically a visual novel.
It is implied that I am evil, but I kind of just look tired.
He does, though. Tails looks how we all feel.
Oh, jeez.
Alright, gotta knock these things back and avoid the spike balls. Now that I've got some boost, I can do that. And I got a rocket wisp so I can do some extra damage.
So the first boss was entirely original. The second boss was sort of like the Sweet Mountain one. But this is basically the same, but in 2D.
Yeah, like, obviously there's some different mechanics, like knocking these things back or whatever. That's about it, and I missed the rocket somehow.
Fantastic. Superb.
Oh, he's doing this. Alright. I usually see this from the Asteroid Coaster one, not this one. Very tough to see where these lasers are going to be.
I'll let Flame know that Planet Wisp is up next.
Yep. Oh, nice. I got that hit. I never get that hit. There's a split second before he does, like, the missiles or whatever, where you can homing attack the crates and it does a little bit of damage. And I got really lucky and managed to hit it. I never timed that well.
Yo.
Right, and I think this only unlocks Planet Wisp and Aquarium Park. I don't think it unlocks Asteroid Coaster yet, even though in the Wii version it does unlock all three. I guess they really want you to do Asteroid Coaster last in this version.
Don't mind us, we'll just bop about at the bottom screen.
Yeah, they're just cute little guys.
Just little guys, just a team of elemental, powerful little guys who could take over the galaxy if they really wanted to.
Oh yeah, so Asteroid Coaster is not unlocked yet.
Interesting.
Just quickly, since I'm not going to show it off, the Game Land here, which is, you know, how you get the Chaos Emeralds in the Wii version, that's where you do, like, some of the time attack stuff, and that's where the 7th Emerald is at after doing, you know, these 6 stages.
Okay.
You've got to beat a time attack stage, which is basically just racing a ghost, essentially. There are some power-ups, like a racing ghost in a racing game kind of thing. There's power-ups that you can use to, like, hinder the other player that you're playing against, because I guess this could be done in actual multiplayer. Not that they could be done anymore, because, you know, DS Online or whatever. Grab the drill. Nice. There's, like, one power-up in the time attack versus mode that just instantly kills the other player, and it's just so terrible when that happens. So Asteroid Coaster is probably the hardest level in this game, just because it's one of the last ones. I think I probably like this one the least, because the split and the dual screen really, really hampers the drill wisp more than anything else. And just trying to control it with the D-pad just doesn't work that well for me. Make sure I grab that. Yep. See, you speed up by pressing the Wisp button again. And there is a escape or die section at the very end of this, which is another reason why I don't like this area.
Oh, I remember that. I remember it good.
I guess we're going all the way up. I have a rocket, but I don't know where to use it.
First world problems.
Yeah? I guess so. I guess here. Can I go up from here? I sure can. Nice.
Rocket! car. I'm just hearing on the soundtrack the DS version of Sweet Mountain.
Oh, okay.
It's like trying to recall a piece of music in a dream. It's like one note off.
Thing about soundtracks is a lot of the time you're going to end up way behind what's actually being played on the game because the music has to be longer than what they expect the player to actually do.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go back this way? Are you going to let me go? Because there was a rocket thing? Yes, okay. Let's see what's up here. It's another path. Who could have guessed?
Oh.
Please, I just want to control. I want to be able to see all of the screen in which I have to move.
No. To just be like, you think that's a game you're playing now?
By the way, if you run out of the drill wisp while you're like stuck in the dirt here, you die instantly.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense, I guess. It's not like Sonic can breathe in dirt.
I don't know, he's been doing it for many years.
Fair. Alright, see where we go here. Oh, get caught. Alright. Yeah, I would like to just immediately turn. That's cool. I really don't have time to react to these things because I can't get myself going on a straight path. Please stop. Okay. Very worried there for a moment.
You did it, and that was right by the exit, because of course it was. Dimps!
I mean, it was my fault I got caught there, but it is a little bit to do with the, being able to see. Again, the screen gap is so weird. Because it's just a part of the level that exists, but you can't see what's there. And I've never liked that in any game that uses a screen gap between the top and bottom like that. That would be interesting, Game Tier, if they brought back the... Alright, Sonic, come on, do the thing. If they brought back Game Land instead of one of the proper levels, that would have been kind of interesting.
Hmm.
Is that rings? Yay, that's rings. Okay, cool. Of course you went electric right as I hit you. Don't care about any of that, would rather just skip. If I can use the rocket instead of the drill, then I will. Oh, please. Okay. Yep. That's a Dimps thing.
We call it dimpsing.
We call it Dimpsing.
I'm just remembering that Nomura was like fretting over a way to make Sora in Smash canon.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Love the guy, but he's fucking nuts. What's next? A clothing line that's canon?
I would not put it past him.
There are secret Ansem reports stitched into the fabric of each different piece.
It's on the dry cleaning tag.
Oh, Jesus.
Give me rings. Okay.
Yeah.
Is this the escape thing? I think I'm near it. Okay, no, it's a little further ahead.
Okay.
Oh, I need to go up. Alright. At least it did not kill me by going down.
You were in a perfect circle. There was no circle more perfect.
Sure. Okay. That's fine, I guess. Not really what I meant to do, but I'll take it. Need a drill. Need a drill. I guess if you just... Is this it? Yes, this is the escape sequence, where if you don't go fast enough, you die. Fortunately, you can, like, once it gets past the winding path, just go a straight line directly down and be able to win.
Mm-hmm.
This boss can either take 30 seconds or a lot of 30-second chunks, because there's a quick way to kill him and a slow way to kill him. And if I get the quick way, it's good, and if I don't, it's bad. If I can get my hits just right with this thing, this fight can be very fast, and if I don't get them right, then it's very slow. Okay, got one hit. You gotta destroy both of those orbs that are down here, and they only become vulnerable like every few seconds and only for like a couple frames at a time. Jump, please, Sonic. Okay, the thing I need him to hit is way over here. I swear that I have seen him hurt his own thing before by doing that attack, and I don't know why it didn't work there. Oh. Did it get destroyed? I think I saw it get destroyed. I'm confused now. Because I swear I saw the thing get destroyed, but he didn't take like a bunch of damage from it. Oh, that's what happens. Okay. He's gotta go down and get electrocuted by it. Alright, boss is done.
Nice.
It's usually like both of the orbs get destroyed while he's already on the mechanism. So the thing was destroyed before he like fell down on it, and that's when he got electrocuted. That's why I was confused.
Very cool.
Alrighty, so that's Planet Wisp done. We have gone through this way faster than I expected, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of forgot how fast a lot of this is.
Alright, I am gonna hop out now, so if you just want to take a couple-minute break, it's really up to you. I don't really mind either way, and I'll be back in about an hour, 90 minutes for Sonic Generations 3DS.
I am indeed here, and while you get back into the game, I think this is a good opportunity to remind everyone what we're doing during this marathon. We are here raising money for the charity Child's Play. And what Child's Play do is they provide toys and games to children who are in the hospital long term. If you'd like to contribute to the cause, you can click the donate button just below the stream on the Twitch window, or you can use this handy little donate prompt in the chat that I've just posted and click through the Tiltify link there. So yeah, we are currently at $5,500, so we've got a nice round number, but the more money we can raise the better, because it all goes to help out the kids.
So I had a little bit of trouble grabbing the Wisp, the laser Wisp, on that screen back there. It is one of the hardest to do. Both this one and Asteroid Coaster have the hardest Wisps to grab on that screen. Laser because it moves so fast, Void because it basically picks 4 spots on the screen, and you have to guess and get it right on which spot it's going to appear at, so yeah.
I suppose that is one of those things as well that is made a bit more difficult purely because, you know, like you're emulating, you're using a mouse rather than having a stylus in your hand.
Yeah, for sure. By the way, real quick, guys, if Flame is too quiet, please let me know, and I can go ahead and fix that up.
I should be okay given we had it balanced for Colours Ultimate the other day, but if it does sound a little bit off, just let us know.
Yeah, for sure.
Visually, it looks like the stream's holding up pretty well. Turn me up a little bit.
I will do that momentarily, probably when I get to a point where I need to do something.
Yeah, do it between levels, you can bump me up a little bit.
Yes, that sounds good.
Otherwise, it's a Dimps game, you've got to react quick, you can't take a second to look at something else.
Yeah, for sure, especially when part of the visual game window is not actually here because of the screen gap.
Oh yeah. I did try my best to space it out accurate to how a DS would look on the layout here, but it's kind of fiddly for Spyro who's got to play it on the emulator window.
Yes. Can I please? Nope. Okay, I guess I'm going up there.
You go wherever the game wants you to go, you know.
Well, the game wanted me to go that way, I guess, which is not where I wanted to go, but I guess that's fine.
Yeah, the underwater audio takes a little bit of getting used to. I remember it being a bit funny when I played this, because this is a game that I didn't get around to playing for quite a while, and it's only recently that I got around to actually beating the thing in full, which is kind of strange given I remember really enjoying Rush Adventure as a kid, so, you know, it was just one that sort of crept by me.
I think I ended up playing this for the original Sonic-a-thon, and that was pretty much my first experience with it, and I've played it for a couple other things since then. I think I played it for one of Respawn Point's Sonic Marathons as well.
Yeah, right.
To help with their stuff, so... I've played this a few times. It's not one of my favorite games, if I'm completely honest. I said this a lot earlier. There's plenty of stuff that is full-on Dimps, like that back there. I think they expected me to do laser, but it was the first time they didn't have one of the very specific laser targets to be able to hit.
Yeah, it did have the little icon saying laser, but, you know, it looked like for the first part it would be a simple case of just jump over the enemy, so I can see why you got a little bit confused there.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, this game is a little bit on the Dimpsy side. It's not the worst offender in that respect, but it's just something to bear in mind. Alright,
and that's Act 1. Aquarium Park is actually kind of not bad for how late it is in the game. For this one, compared to the Wii version and whatnot. Let me remember to turn you up a little right there.
Yeah, bump me up a little bit, just make sure that everyone can hear me on stream properly.
Yep. Of course, you'll be editing everything in post for the YouTube version regardless.
Yeah, I have to do a lot of work on my audio in post, because I sort of mumble a lot, and I need to bump up my mid-tones to make it actually audible. I don't know how you guys on stream put up with the shit that comes out of my mouth half the time, because the audio quality is one hell of a difference.
Well, I mean, we do it because we love watching this stuff for one reason or another.
Sonic carries this, not me.
Let's see, yep. Grab that. Oh, I can't stomp through a drill. Makes sense, I guess. I also can't drill into spikes. Also makes sense.
The stomping itself takes a bit of getting used to, from what I remember, and that's partially because it feels a lot slower than the stomping other games like Unleashed and whatnot.
I have trouble with this one because it requires switching on the D-pad from whichever direction you are going in to down, and sometimes I end up doing a dash forward instead.
Yeah, see, what I'm not really a fan of with the stomp is, you notice when you did it a moment ago that you stomp down, but then there's a few frames of, Sonic just recovering from the stomp, which isn't really a thing in, we say, Unleashed generation, stuff like that. So it's less of a speed tactic than it is in other games.
You can kind of... Oh, well, that was fun. You can kind of boost out of the stomp pretty quickly, but it is, there's a little bit of time. Yeah, there's a couple frames even then where you do just like have no control over what you do.
Yeah. I suppose it's one of those things that it's more a recovery thing if you're about to fly into something more so than being intended as a speed strat this time around.
Okay, so the laser bounces off the top of the water for some reason.
I guess.
Which is not at all what I was expecting, and I forgot those things were there. They always hit me.
The orbital type enemies in general are always a little bit annoying, but when you're in a Dimps game with the tight screen space from the DS as well, not the best to deal with.
Also, like, just quick reaction time in general because they show up so immediately.
Yeah.
Okay, so switching paths in this part is just the D-pad. There is no jump button involved, which very much confused me for a long time.
Yeah, and the timing can be a little bit funny as well, from what I remember.
I just kind of spam the button whenever I need to swap.
Fair. I think there's on one of these has a spring off to an alternate route, if I recall correctly. So that's like if you are going for that, that's something to think about.
It might be. Honestly, that was a pretty decent run, if I have to say it. Again, we're skipping the special stages because I actually missed on Tropical Resort. I got hit right before the end. So we showed off the one in Starlight Carnival instead, and I'm just going to use a save state for the secret boss.
Fair enough.
Alright, the Aquarium Park boss, which is kind of like the one in Sweet Mountain. I mean, obviously they're going to be similar because that's the way it was in regular colors. This time you've got to use the stomp to knock the thing back at him. And then jump around him like a fucking idiot. Very nice of them to put that little thing down there, you know, to keep you from jumping off the side, though. Because they really didn't have to do that.
That didn't stop me from dying falling off the side when I played it last. Oh, he's doing the thing from, I want to say, Act 5 or 6 of Asteroid Coaster from the HD one.
I am kind of impressed that I dodged those. Thank you, game, for not reading my jump input. I don't know why that's happening. I think it's probably because I'm streaming at the same time that some of my inputs are just not being taken.
Yeah, it might be putting a bit more pressure on the thing, yeah.
Fortunately, I haven't seen a whole lot of, like, lag, so definitely thankful for that. Oops, I kind of forgot that thing was coming back around. He moved. Good, Sonic. Yep, those are the things that I wanted you to do. I also have no rings now. Alright. Grab me another air bubble and wait for this. There's rings down there, but fuck if I'm going down there just for rings.
I suppose, like, are you able to just stomp down to get?
I might be able to, actually, yeah. Can you please sit still so this laser hits you? Yes, thank you. I am totally fine with finishing this boss at 0 rings. I am okay. The bosses are like the weirdest part of this game. They're so strange. And a lot of what they have to do, I would say they're harder than the Wii version and Ultimate bosses.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I remember not being that big on the bosses in this game because, like, it's hard to pin down exactly what it is about them, but they just don't really feel as satisfying to play as a lot of the other 2D Sonic bosses, although I will say that Rush didn't have the best bosses either. in fairness.
I would say in this game, it's because it's so heavily dependent on the wisps. And if you miss those, or miss your attack with them, then it's just an absolute slog to get through them. Like the Planet Wisp boss is pretty terrible, even with the Drill Wisp, because you actually have to like time your hits correctly on the power orbs, or whatever that the boss has. Because they're vulnerable for like maybe half a second.
Yeah.
Alright, on to Asteroid Coaster, and we have a cutscene. That's right, this cutscene that plays halfway through the level in the Wii version plays at the start here.
Okay.
Yeah, Yakker's on the bottom. Actually, no, that's not Yakker on the bottom screen. That's just a regular white wisp, just regular wisp. I don't know what color they are.
I think they're meant to be white wisps, yeah.
Alright. Okay. He was sort of going to, like, the last place that I clicked, so I ended up guessing on that, and I got it right. The Violet Void, which is a really cool name.
Yo! Wow!
There's actually a really cool thing you can do with the Void Wisp on the boss, and I really hope I get to show it off. Probably not, considering how a lot of the boss runs have gone so far.
Yeah, we'll play it by ear.
I don't know what it is, but that chomping dinosaur head in the background kind of makes me giggle.
It's less amusing when it shows up in the actual levels, though.
You are correct.
It's like, it's not the worst chase sequence I've seen in a game, but, you know, it's another one of those you gotta twitch your action segment.
Nice. Got to the upper path there. Is Laser gonna play ball? No, it sure fucking isn't.
I remember some of the missions with this guy being kind of a pain in the ass, the violet fella.
Yeah.
Because, like, you've got a lot of slowly go up, slowly go down, make sure you got the right amount of enemies sucked in, so you're the right size. It's kind of annoying.
Nice that the void lasted long enough to suck up that big guy rather than running out right as I was going to run into him, like one of the things did earlier.
That can happen, yeah.
Hello, Mr. Dinosaur Head. Please don't chomp me.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too. The lunch that I was planning on having ended up being terrible, so I basically didn't eat anything before this.
No, Christ. Make sure you get some proper grub after you're done today.
Yeah. So I actually, we had pizza from Papa John's last night, and we had some, like, cheesy bread that came with it. And it was a little bit too crunchy when it was reheated. Possibly because I had to reheat it twice, because I reheated it once and then got called away by Mom. So I had to reheat it again, and that really didn't help.
Yeah, no, there's a cap on how many times you can reheat certain things.
Does this send me all the way back again? I really hope it doesn't. Yeah, it fucking does. Alright. Glad I have all these lives.
Yep, so we've had a little bit of Void Wisp antics, we've had a little bit of roller coaster antics, and we're still at the same bloody point.
Some of it is Dimps, a lot of it is me. I'm gonna take credit for a lot of what's going on right now. Did I say Frenzy at some point? I definitely meant Void.
Yeah, Frenzy's the one from the Wii game, and I much prefer Frenzy.
See, Tom said he didn't really like Frenzy that much. I'm pretty much okay with both. I think they're both kind of fun. Void is just really uncontrollable at the best of times.
It's a good thing we don't have to acknowledge Tom's opinions, because Frenzy is fucking cool.
Was this a bad idea? I think this was a bad idea. This was a good idea! Yes! beautiful. Fuck you, Dimps. Also, yeah, that roller coaster death was at the very end of the level.
Oh, of course it was. Nice jump, though.
That was perfect. Love it. I missed the laser target, but I kept going anyway. That's some good shit that can only happen live. Alright, Act 2 is, there's a lot more of the roller coaster bullshit in this one. I don't think there's quite as many of the instant death roller coaster bullshit, though. So, swings and roundabouts.
Yep, an improvement in one respect.
I meant to grab that. Oh well. I guess I'm riding the second roller coaster.
When you enjoy the roller coaster so much, you want another round.
Yeah, sure. Take the laser path instead. That was interesting.
Is this the point where we just go up to Sonic and start reading out statistics of how many people die in roller coaster accidents each year?
I'm actually locked from being able to control anything while going around those loops. Ooh, Dimps. Ooh, why did you allow me to air dash there?
Why did you give me the opportunity to do something stupid, Dimps?
If you give me the opportunity, I will take it.
If it's offered on a plate to me, I will fuck up.
So I want to be in the rightmost car, I think, because that's where it's easiest to dodge the rocks that are coming in. Because if you try to jump forward, the rocks still kind of hit you. Can I get through there? Yep, alright. Grab the thing. Another one of these sections, which is a lot better than the previous one, fortunately.
I mean, the bar's pretty low at this point.
Fair, yeah. I think a lot of these might kill you if you're not holding forward or whichever direction the game expects of you. There is a jump right there. If you don't hit that jump, that dinosaur will kill you.
Yep, there sure are a lot of things like that.
Pretty sure the dinosaur head in this part is also instant kill, but much easier to avoid.
I'm not sure if it's instant kill or whether it's just one of those, like, it hurts you and there's no way to get like back to safety.
Oh, this is not good. Okay, yes, give me another refill. Alright. I kind of got caught on the level just a little bit. Oh god, this thing is so unwieldy. Alright, made it through. Good. Yes, please go on the laser. I don't want to mess with that if I can avoid it. Alright, one more of these. Lots of rings, lots of rings. Going up and up and up, and the game is lagging because there's so much stuff.
Oh god.
Nope, don't go in the goop. Goop kills you. Sonic. Alright, I'm gonna take this slow. The slowest void will let me go anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of a big ask for it.
Don't go that way. Alright. Honestly, I'm fine with this. You know what? This is cool. I'm okay. This enemy has HP. I don't like that. Dimps, why do you allow me to do these things? Why did you allow me to boost past that? Fortunately, I think, yeah, okay. Alright. Why? That particular roller coaster is so weird.
At least it's not Sonic Origins Crush Collision. Oh, did they change that from the original? I can't think of any notable Crusher sections off the top of my head from those games, like other than maybe some of the stuff in CD. I know Mania was really bad for Crushers in parts.
Alright. So, that was a bit of a mess, but I'm fine with it.
Yeah, maybe it's a retro engine thing, but I don't know, I feel like a lot of the time the stuff in Mania is less about it like being a tech thing and more just like Crusher placements being a little bit fucky.
Good boss design, Dimps. Good boss design.
We are big fans of the Dimps here at HFC. Don't know if you guys have picked up on that yet.
Alright, let me hit you with Void. Nope, go up. There we are. Just be near it with Void and you do damage to it. If you manage to kill it while hitting it with Void, Sonic actually sucks it up into the black hole of the Void, which is really cool. Probably not going to see that, though, if I had to guess. We are going to see a pretty decent run of the boss, though. Wow, I'm kind of impressed by that. That was way faster than my practice, actually.
Oh, nice one.
Yep, an S rank with 0 rings.
Beist.
Hyper compressed DS footage, let's go!
The high-fish shit.
Sweet! The tractor beams are gone. The planets are free.
Was there ever any doubt?
Honestly, I have not played well this run. I'm gonna, put it right out there. I have played like absolute shit, but I'm having a really good time.
Sometimes, like, just bumping your way through a game can be fun in its own right, can't it?
I mean, that's kind of how Dimps works, really.
Oh yeah, you just keep trying to brute force the levels until you win.
Alright, I don't like terminal velocity in this because it's a top-down level where Sonic is like going towards the bottom of the screen and there's stuff chasing you. Fortunately, I don't think it's instant kill, though, if it does catch you.
Right, yeah. I remember this one being kind of a pain in the ass because I've never liked top-down perspectives when you're trying to go fast in general.
A lot of these cutscenes are kind of out of order, too. Like, this is supposed to be before Sonic and Tails get to the elevator. Because, like, this exploding is what makes them want to leave to get to the elevator in the first place.
Yeah, they're just sort of making shit up as they go along. I think that... I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think some of the Lost World 3DS cutscenes did that as well.
Well, we didn't see those.
Yeah, like, it weren't worth watching super compressed versions of it, like, moments after we finished the HD versions.
Yeah, like, this is several days apart, and honestly, most of the cutscenes in this are just text, so I can just kind of press the A button to get through them anyway.
Yeah, one thing that is a little bit of a shame is that we're not showing off the missions, because you do get some fun interactions with the other characters who show up in the park. But also the missions themselves can be kinda bleh.
I've never done them, and I don't want to try to do them for the first time live.
That is perfectly fine. Like, some of them are okay. Like, there are some simple ones, like just find 200 rings, things like that. But some of them, like the Void Wisp ones, and they just... like, they're nothing to write home about, I'll say that much.
That is just a picture of the final boss from the Wii version, just compressed into this, and wow, that kind of looks terrible for me because I don't have the screen gap. It's like one of those memes where someone edits the person's nose out, so it's just their eyes right above their mouth. Alright, Sonic's running animation really doesn't match quite well with how fast he's actually going. I'm going to do my best and hopefully not get hit by stuff here, but it is very easy to just run into things like that.
Yeah, good luck with this one, I suppose.
I got through it on my practice run without dying, at least, so I think it's okay. The nice thing is there are tons and tons of rings everywhere. I kind of wish there was a little bit more boost.
It was a pain in the ass to get the no-hit rundown for, I can say that much.
Oh, I can imagine that, yeah. Bit of chunky lag. Yep, he's gonna hit me right there. Nice, alright, I made it to the end.
Nice one. I like it in that level when you don't have the boost going, because it's like he's just casually strolling, but he should be falling. It looked like he just sort of fell off the end of that.
Alright, so for this boss, you've got to boost into him, or whatever attack he's using for each phase to get the appropriate Wisp. So I've picked up the Burst and Rocket so far. Next is going to be Drill. It did not give me the thing. Oh no, that's right. I have to hit him there in order to get the Drill Wisp. I always forget that one.
It is a little bit inconsistent, yeah.
Okay. I hit the thing, but it didn't... Huh. It's interesting. I was boosting at the wrong thing. I am really glad that the game kind of let me avoid that.
Well, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right?
That's what we're gonna say. Okay, that time it gave me the Wisp. And so now he's gonna do this thing. He's gonna charge up his big attack, and we have to summon all the Wisps to come help us. Like in the Wii version, except it's handheld, so it's not as cool.
Yeah, oh, is this where the button mashing comes in?
It is button mashing, and God forbid you hold the button instead, because you will die.
Yeah.
Alright, I missed the laser once, but otherwise that was a pretty decent run of the final boss.
Yep, nicely done.
There's no music here.
Huh.
Interesting. Alright. I don't recall that. So, because the credits roll here, and also after the secret boss, what I'm going to do is whenever the credits start, I'm going to load my save state for the boss, and then let the credits roll after we finish that, so that we don't have to sit through them an extra time.
That's fair.
I think my save state might also be actually in front of the special stage, so we get to see Special Stage 7 if that's the case. Honestly, even compressed, I think this still looks pretty nice.
It's just a nice ending, yeah.
Yeah, it's just really good, like, just model work. It's so smooth. Even on the Wii version, this has always looked great. The second half of this ending cutscene actually doesn't happen until after the secret boss, because the Wisps are not actually leaving at this point, because we haven't saved the Mama Wisp.
Which makes sense. Like, given what they're working with and the fact that they did tack on an extra boss on the end of it, refitting an existing story doesn't always work quite as smoothly as you'd like.
Yeah, I guess Yakker's saying that they have to go, but we get, like, the scene of the planets disappearing is actually after the secret boss that we'll see here in a couple minutes. Yep, it is the special stage that I have set here, so we're going to sit through this, and hopefully I'll do it well enough to get the Chaos Emerald, and we'll go to the final boss.
Okay. Yeah, because what you need to do, the first 6 special stages, from what I recall, are unlocked from the levels, but for 7 you need to do a versus race, which I didn't realise the first time I played this and got very confused.
Yeah, it is a little random, especially if you've like never even gone to the game land. I mentioned it earlier that like that's where it is, so it's not like too hard to figure out, I guess. If you know, when I was setting this up, just needed to pay attention for that real quick. I got to like the end of the game and I was like, where's the 7th one? Because I thought it was going to be in terminal velocity for whatever reason, because I didn't quite remember how the game ended.
Well, the thing is, like, it would make sense, you know, there's 7 worlds and 7 emeralds, so it makes sense to put it there, but I guess there just wasn't a good place to fit it in terminal velocity, because there's not any, like, typical levels.
Yeah, it is literally just the downhill level that jumps straight into a boss. Also, I didn't quite get my mouse in the right point to jump off the side of the half pipe back there, so I actually missed the bonus orb thing.
You seem to have a good lead on it, yeah.
Controlling these on emulator is a decent bit tougher, I would say, than it is on the actual DS, which is part of why I wanted to play on, you know, the Wii U so I could have actual touchscreen, but playing the rest of the game with the gamepad held vertically was not going to work out, so here's what we got.
Yeah, it's one of these games that, I've said this before, but I feel like the stylus controls are the best controls for any of the half-pipe special stages, and when you don't have that available, yeah, it's just not going to be quite as smooth.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. There's just a couple points where if your mouse goes outside the emulator window or something like that, it's going to be a problem, but I feel like that's a problem in basically any DS emulation game.
Yeah, don't I know it from trying to get all the Sonic Rush ones down where the rings are all over the fucking place in the later one.
I'm glad I saved those 5 orbs back there. I'm really surprised I hit that bonus. I could not do that in practice. That's too fast.
Yeah.
Nice. And hit that one just for good measure, and we are on our way, boys. And ladies and those in between. Look at all these Chaos Emeralds that we definitely picked up during this run.
Alternate universes, it counts.
I have 77 lives. That was a C rank? Wow. I'm actually kind of surprised that was a C rank.
Yeah, like, it looked like you got way more than you needed for all 3 rounds of that, so I'm not really sure what else you could have done other than maybe getting that bonus orb that you missed.
I think it was the bonus orb that I missed, yeah.
It's weird that that would bump you up from C to something higher, though.
Yeah, C is, like, I guess that just gives so many extra points, like, hidden elsewhere. Like, using the Wisps on the boss is faster, but also gives you tons of extra points. Alright, and now for the actual boss fight. Well, we have a cutscene to sit through first, because we've got to go supersonic to fight this.
Of course.
I like that the Mama Wisp reappears in, was it Team Sonic Racing?
Yeah.
The Planet Wisp stage? Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It is. I like that they do nod back to this version of the game, although it does kind of make me wish that they had maybe adapted that boss into Ultimate.
Yeah, but considering how Ultimate turned out, how would the boss have been?
I know, but like, I just wish in general that the Colours port would have been a good port. But never mind.
Yep. Hey Nat, welcome to the end of the stream. We're about to fight the secret boss, and then I'm going to be done for the day.
Good shit, yep. Remind me never to take my 4-year-old nephew to Asda. That sounds like a pain in the ass.
I am making a save state.
Not a bad idea.
So we have to knock these rocks into... Wow, I actually got that first hit. I was not expecting that. Into each of the arms.
Like, you kind of got to time that plus where her arm happens to be at that given moment, because she will move her arms around.
Yep, just like that. Fortunately, this is the only part of the fight where I lose rings. When I get to the second phase, or I guess it's the other phase, I guess is the better way to put it, I don't have to worry about losing rings. She moved at the last second there.
How fucking cool she did.
She's being a bit of a bitch.
Don't talk about Yakka's mother like that.
Yakker's mother needs to get with the program.
Jesus.
Alright, this section is honestly not that great because Sonic takes up so much of the screen, I can't really see what I'm doing most of the time.
Yeah, it's like Sonic's taking up so much real estate there that you literally can't see the things that are being fired at him. Yeah, it's cool visually on the DS, the fact that they managed to pull this off, but it's not practical.
Ooh, the game was pretty generous giving that hit to me, because I'm pretty sure I pressed the button when the reticle was not on her eye.
Just take it, Spa.
Yep. It is actually kind of hard to hit that at the right time. Didn't charge a boost fast enough. Gonna take a second and pick up some rings here. Wow, that was done, but sure.
Adrian asking if we reckon at some point this boss might have been intended for both versions. Given how the CGI cutscene plays out, I don't think so. I think this was just something added in as a bonus for the DS one.
Yeah, I would be cool if they did something like this. Put a, Mama Wisp kind of thing in another version of Colors, but not this fight specifically. It would have to be like a redone fight.
Yeah, but I prefer the approach of finishing off game stories with a supersonic fight, and so like the one that we got in Colors and then again in the other meta games, it kinda felt a little bit underwhelming. I
barely missed the prompt there, so she knocked me away.
GBA64 says this fight's giving me Dark Queen from Sonic and Black Knight vibes. Yeah, it's got kind of similar look to it.
Get that hit? Nope, she moved again. Alright. There we are. Give me some rings. Alrighty. Yep, so I missed the attempt last time. You only need to hit her 3 times, fortunately. But if you do run into any of the little red fireballs or her... I think the red fireballs or her laser will knock you backwards and you'll have to restart this section. Like this. Thank you for showing that off me. But if you miss... if you get up to like the reticle part and miss that, then you have to like do the previous section again.
Yeah, that's annoying because it's just another cycle. That, like, it's cool when it's going as intended, because then it's like you're working your way towards the boss to get a hit in. But god, having to redo cycles over one tiny little mistake does sort of wear thin.
Yeah, the reticle moves around so wildly too. It's really tough to like see. Like a lot of the times I feel like I'm hitting it at the right time and like it's moving at the last possible second instead.
But yeah, GBA64, if you're looking into the DS Sonic games, I would recommend Rush. That's probably the best one of the, like the most unique one of the Dimps DS games.
My boost ended like a frame early to hit that rock. Alright, Alright, that should do it. Yep. I kind of stun locked her by having 2 rocks back to back there. This chip tune of Reach for the Stars is fine. I feel like it loops too quickly, so without the lyrics, it's the exact same part over and over.
Well, you kind of had that same problem with the Supersonic arrangement in the Wii game, don't you?
Yeah.
You go into Supersonic and then it's just that little clip over and over and over.
Alright, can we get the last hit? Nope. Even though the reticule was on the boss at the last frame of that, it said that I didn't have it. That's not where that rock was, game. I promise you.
TH1996 says, I believe Colours Wii was done by the Storybook team, and they likely used the same character designer for both versions, so that might be why the Mother Wisp looks like the Dark Queen. That would make sense, actually. I have heard about that before, that Colours was worked on by the Storybook designers.
How did that rock hit? Wow, okay. I guess it's because I aimed for the arm that wasn't, like, fighting. Or attacking, rather. Alright, one last time to try this. Hopefully we don't screw it up again.
Good luck.
I did practice with this yesterday and did all of this in one go, so of course actually on stream I'm gonna screw up a lot.
That's fine.
As I pointed out though, you don't lose rings in this part. So grabbing rings here can be helpful if you expect to like screw up a lot. Why are the red things right around her? No! That was so shitty.
Oh.
There was like 3 right where I needed to go to get the hit. I think the nice thing about getting knocked back is that you do end up closer. Nice, got the hit. And we're done at 6 minutes and 11 seconds.
Well done, mate.
Yep, again, not happy with that, but it was fun regardless. And we get the holy angel of jellyfishing.
Oh, yeah.
And that screen is honestly, that's pretty raw. I love that. That's a good supersonic model.
Yo.
And now she's a 2D sprite.
Of course.
I like the noise the Mama Wisp makes. It's just...
She's like a Pokemon just saying her name over and over.
Yep, and this is the point where the Wisps actually leave in this game. Like I said, we're about to get the final cutscene, and then the credits are going to play, and we could talk about how we feel about the game in a little bit more detail. I can set my controller down.
Yeah.
Oop, nope, I can't. I sure can't. Nope, there's more text to go through.
Never mind.
Yeah, that was a little bit of extra dialogue that I was not prepared for. And we have sort of crunchy, compressed Speak With Your Heart, which is still better than the version that's in Colors Ultimate.
Yeah, the version in Colors Ultimate is just dire. It's taking all the life out of the song.
Which is really weird because it uses the Symphony version of Reach for the Stars, but the Symphony version of Speak With Your Heart was not used in that. Which is great because the Symphony version of Speak With Your Heart is awesome.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they didn't use that. But anyway, this was Colors DS. I hope you guys enjoyed despite me screwing up a whole bunch. It was a fun time regardless. It'll all be cleaned up on YouTube, thanks to Flame over here for taking care of all of that. It's a Dimps game.
Yeah.
You kind of have to be expecting that going in. Like I said at the start, the new Wisps are kind of neat. I'm not a fan of Burst because you have to go at an angle. You can't just go straight up whenever you're using the explosion to go up or whatever. Void is cool, but extremely unwieldy and really hard to control. The levels, some of them can go on for a long time, if you're not like me and practice them before coming to do them on stream. So your first time through, you're probably going to get like over 5 minutes on some of the levels, which feels a bit excessive, even though some of the things in like Colors Wii can be 40 seconds. So it's the opposite end of that spectrum.
Yeah, like for me personally, I think this game is okay, but that comes with the usual Dimps caveats. You have to be prepared for some moments that just get thrown at you without a moment to react. The stuff like the Void Wisp that we had trouble with, I feel like that's the sort of system that needed to be put in a level that didn't have so many instant death pits. Because I could see you being able to do some interesting stuff with that kind of playstyle, but it comes in too late for you to get a proper feel for, and it just makes everything a liability. Whereas like levels designed specifically for that, like without being as punishing, could be fun. But yeah, I feel like this also kind of has the Generations 3DS problem, where it's like it's an okay game, but it's sharing its name with a great game. So it's also always going to be seen as the lesser version, like at least until you start comparing it to Colors Ultimate. But you know,
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
its own base.
You talking about the Void section made me think, why can't the Void just suck up the instant kill goo that I kept falling into? Why can't it do that?
That would make it a lot more satisfying, because like, the thing I like about Frenzy in the Wii version is that Frenzy, it's a little bit mindless, but the occasional section where it's just, you go into Frenzy, you eat a load of stuff up and get bigger and bigger, and then you snap out of it, that just adds a bit of character to the level. Whereas Void, it's like you convert into Void, and then it's like you're on ice. You're just floating all over the place on the screen, and you're probably going to die if you're not very, very careful. It kind of has the opposite impact.
Frenzy is very unwieldy too, but there's not a lot of places where you can like fall off the side of something while using Frenzy, if there is any at all.
Yeah, like I'm thinking even the sections where like it looks like you're on a thin slat, like they specifically put invisible walls there to make you not die to like a cheap death.
The chat's again talking about how the name Wii U sucks for a console, which we'll always agree with.
Oh yeah, stupidest fucking decision in recent history from Nintendo.
Which is saying a bit, because they've made a couple of stinkers, but that's not what we're here to talk about.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff in this game is actually really cool. I think it's definitely worth checking out if you like the Wii version of Colors or Ultimate or whatever. I think it's definitely worth checking out because it is similar. It's definitely not the same thing, but it is worth checking out, I think.
Yeah, and also, like, it sort of serves its purpose as Sonic Rush 3. I feel like the mechanics aren't as fleshed out as the Rush games, and I noticed that they did definitely nerf some things, like the trick system isn't here from Rush, which is kind of a shame, because, like, Rush, it's really satisfying when you get flung off of, like, a spring or a dash pad or something, and you can do cool tricks in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Which, little things like that do sort of disguise some of the Dimpsisms a little bit. Like, you know, everyone says that these games are just hold boost to win. I don't think that's necessarily true. In fact, holding boost is often a liability, but during the more plain sections of level design, I feel like being able to have some spectacle moments really does help out a lot, and it's kind of a shame that didn't get carried over here.
Yeah, I think the lack of the trick system is because they have the capsules with the boost wisps. And so they thought it would be too much if they had both of those things.
Yeah, there is such thing as feature bloat, and I get that even just if you're talking about the button assignments, you know, we've got this whole new mechanic that they've brought in, and so something had to get dropped. But, yeah, no, it just makes it feel like a much less stylish game than something like Rush.
On the other hand, you also have two buttons that are jump.
Yeah,
So-
true. Please stop inventing European countries so the credits can end.
Hey, at least it's not the ultimate credits.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I still find it hilarious, the fact that there is specifically like an achievement or a trophy to actually watch the fucking credits in full in that version.
Oh, jeez. I mean, it's a lot like the trophies that you can get for watching the Days movie in the Kingdom Hearts collections, which I think you can also get just by starting it and then skipping the cutscene, so I don't know.
Like, what is it? I think there's one game on Steam. I think it's one of like the walking sim kind of games where there's an achievement you get if you don't play the game in 5 years.
That's the Stanley Parable, isn't it?
I think it might be, yeah.
There's one for not playing for 10 years, but they released an update at like 9.5 years since the last one.
Oh, that's great. I remember one thing from that game, which is there's this one little mini game where you see a baby crawling across the screen and you have to quickly hit the button before it reaches it. And that game can last for 4 hours. And I saw someone do that on stream a while back and beat it. And it was just like, it just stops.
All right. Well, we have reached the end of the credits, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. Coming up next is Sonic Generations for the 3DS. I believe you were playing that, or is it Tom?
Tom's playing that. I'll be in the call. I may be a couple of minutes because my ear is sodding hurting. But yeah.
Well, you guys stick around, and we'll have that ready for you here momentarily. Again, I hope you guys have had fun, and stick around for more of the second HFC Sonic-a-thon. See you guys later.